Well, Paul makes very clear that our battle against sin is fought entirely in the power of the Holy Spirit. So Paul talks about this in Romans chapter 7 and Romans chapter 8, and particularly in Galatians chapter 5. Both of those chapters speak of the Christian life as a struggle between the desires of our flesh and new desires that the Holy Spirit gives us. So the Spirit gives us new desires to want to obey God, to serve him, producing fruit, changing us and transforming us more and more into the likeness of Jesus. And it's the Holy Spirit that gives us the power to be able to resist the desires of the flesh and put them to death. The language that Paul uses is the language of mortification. And what mortification means is it means killing, putting to death, executing. And Paul says that it's by the power of the Holy Spirit that we're able to kill our desires so that we don't act on them, we don't allow them to become actions. The way that we do that is by trusting in the Spirit, and particularly by prayer. As we saw, Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane talked about how we needed to watch and pray to overcome sin. So it's praying in the power of the Holy Spirit that puts sin to death and means that we don't obey its desires. So we make a mistake if we think we can beat sin and win the battle against sin in our own strength. Romans 7 teaches us that it's not done simply by the law and knowing what the rules are and trying to obey the commands. That will never be enough. Romans 7 begins by reminding us we don't live in the old way of the law, we live in the new way of the Spirit. So the whole Christian life needs to be lived in the power of the Spirit. That's how we resist and fight sin.